Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the top performing battle drills boss teams for round 3 Crawling Valley, the Set Sahara boss. There's an infographic made by Oipik who comes up with basically all of the battle drills top infographics. We're going to go ahead and begin with the top performing team. So the overall top scoring team is going to be a Mauler team. If you take a look at it here, all of the top team ones are going to be Mauler teams with Nazric as a damage dealer. He's doing really well for boss content. However, if you do not have Nazric, you can replace Nazric for Odie. However, as you see here, even if you have a plus 10 exclusive equipment Mythic plus Nazric, that is going to outperform even a maxed out Odie. So that is going to be the thing right there. Now, the Kulu team is the overall top team if you have a Mythic plus or above Kulu. If you do not have Mythic plus Kulu, basically whether you run Kulu or Mihira or Mihira, basically you're going to be getting around about the same score. They're considered equal if you are only using one copy of Kulu or one copy of Mihira. They're still going to fit into the team, but they're going to be about equal to each other. And then you have this other team, which is going to be Pandora. Otherwise, the positioning is the same in all three teams, but here you have Pandora in front of Nazric, and this is preferred when the boss is below 50% health because Pandora's Charms are going to give execution to the Nazric just for a bit of boosted damage. Now the thing that I noticed, because I was running these teams last couple of days and I only have a level 60 Lone Gaze Phantimal, and still these teams are very effective. I was still hitting 46 billion with this overall top Kulu team. Obviously, if I had the maxed out Lone Gaze Phantimal, I could hit over 50 billion. However, it's basically the team is really solid even at a level 60 Lone Gaze, but if you can get him up to level 90, that is optimal for your scores. Now, when it comes to team number 2, they're basically two different sets. So if you're going to go for just Wilders and Maulers, like you can see here, this is called a 2-faction team set, then you can run these ones. So let's go ahead and start with these ones. These are maybe a little bit more accessible to people. So team number 2 is going to be the Zany team. Zany is doing very well in battle drills, and Zany kind of is working even at Mythic or Mythic Plus. Definitely if you have her at Mythic Plus, she's going to be good. At Mythic, I don't know exactly. I do recall in the past her being good enough to be used even at Mythic, but basically Zany is a really good boss killer for battle drills. You're going to see the team comp over here. It is just having Rainier in front of Zany to give more damage amplification to Zany, and Faramore as well is great for Balgis and Ravion and Valara. And then you have a team number 3, which is going to be a Sinbad and Shimura team. These markers below better when boss is below 50%. Basically, if there's a team with Rainier or Pandora on it, it's going to be better below 50% because their charms are going to give execution to the ally behind them, and that's going to slightly increase their damage when the boss is below 50% health. However, it isn't going to be major. Like, honestly, teams are going to function well at full health, but also just slightly better at below 50% health. So that's just the indicator here. But the team number 3, obviously, it doesn't have a Rainier, doesn't have a Pandora, doesn't have anyone providing those charms, and so it's just better all like 100% health to the boss or below 50%. It doesn't matter. It's still always going to be the same. So Theodore in front of Sinbad. Brian as well, he deals pretty decent damage. And then you also have the Shimura for a really high damage with the Aerostorm artifact. You're seeing Aerostorm basically everywhere, just showing you how strong of an actual artifact it is specifically for battle drills. Now, these teams will really want level 90 Snow Stomper, but I don't think that's an issue because basically everyone has level 90 Snow Stomper for AFK stages as well. He was a #1 priority to upgrade to level 90 for everyone, so you shouldn't have an issue with that. Now, this is the other team set. However, it is going to be one Lightbearer team, one Wilder team, and then maybe this is not as convenient for people because you might not have your Testio Phantimal upgraded. Now, it's saying that Testio is required level 90. However, I also did testing when my Testio was like level 80. However, level 80, he still had that, the new effect of energy recovery to the Shimura, but basically he was working at level 80 for me, but level 90 was even better. It was like a 4 billion boost when I got up to level 90, but basically, yeah, so that's the thing here. But basically, this is the other two team sets. So here you have team number 2, and there's a bit more optimal. Like if you have the Testio upgraded Phantimal and you can run all 3 of these teams overall are going to be slightly higher scoring than these 2-faction teams down here. So yeah, then you can run the Zany team with Laika rather than Valara, and then team 3 is just going to be Sinbad, Shimura again, Basonia to buff up both of them, Thorin for his Soul Plunder debuff, Hugin to buff up Shimura, and then you have Tessio to further buff up Shimura. That's basically that team comp. Okay, and that is basically going to be it. If you look at the tips here, yeah, Snowstorm for level 90 is mandatory, but like we said, pretty much everyone is going to have that covered. The Tessio is high impact level 90, but not required. However, level 80 also is pretty big boost because that's going to give energy recovery to the Chimera. And then, yeah, Lone Gaze is good at level 90. So again, Lone Gaze also is going to be important to level up to level 90. But basically, that is the thing about all of this. And then you have the charms for all the heroes, which, I mean, you should probably have charms on everyone here. The only one which you might not have is Odie. But if you're using Odie in battle drills, then you should probably get his charms. But yeah, if you have Nazarick built, you're not even going to use Odie. So then you don't have to even worry about it. Kulu is only if you're using her, like if you have her Mythic Plus or above. Otherwise, you can just run Mihiro or Kulu in that same slot. They have the same charm quality bonus. That's why they're running the team. They have the charm quality bonus to boost the damage taken by the enemy target. And Pharamore, of course, you probably already have charms, and you have all of these charms. So credits to J-Bar, Oipik, Salty Noodles, Ashu, Your Mistress, Bosimi, Sonji, Rainis, and Rickettsia. So anyway, guys, hopefully that is going to be helpful. And I know we only have a couple days left of this current battle drills, but I think that these teams will give you a good idea. And also going forward in future battle drills, boss teams, and even the Glyphshade boss type teams, they have a similar type formation. And it is also that in Glyphshade boss, when you have a level 90 Lone Gaze, the Mauler teams are dominating. So I'll probably make an updated video on that later on, when we're having difficulty clearing the boss. But right now, your guildmates, if they're active, are going to kill the boss so easily. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There is a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There is a link to that in the description of this video in a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.